Hi guys, welcome. Thanks for joining. If you haven't tuned in yet, my name is Liz. I am a fitness and food coach based in New York City and northern New Jersey, and I'm tuning in from home today where I'm working. Thanks for joining. So this is my Take 5 challenge. If you've been following along, I was sick last week, and I hope you noticed I'm feeling a lot better. So really excited about that. So the purpose of the Take 5 challenge when I started it, or at least the way I explained it to you guys, is that, the holidays, which many of us are celebrating right now, also just the end of the year, even if you're not really celebrating any holidays, tends to be really busy and hectic. And as you know, the beginning of the new year for a lot of us is when we start to make these giant resolutions that we have trouble sticking to or following through on. So my idea was to give you a little bit of daily motivation, inspiration, and information so that you could find ways to be more active and move, whether you're at home or at your desk or what have you, regardless if you actually have the time, energy, or opportunity to work out. So I really, truly feel after years and years of working with clients, it's not so much what you do in the gym or even what you eat at one meal, it's what you do all the time, right? So it's great if you go to the gym every day. It's awesome if you love working out and eating healthy. But, for example, they say sitting is the new smoking. If you're sitting 8 to 10 hours a day, 1 hour at the gym is not going to cut it, right? So you really, truly have to find ways to move more every day, find activity in your day. And I promise you it'll lead to more results. Because physically that's what you need. You need to be active, but also the habit of doing something every day or often or the same time, that's how you kind of build up the strength and the willpower and the ability to create these healthy habits. And it's the habits that you participate in that are going to get the results. So for me, I'm a fitness and food coach, and I used to train clients and teach classes 5 days a week. So I had no problem hitting literally 25,000 steps Monday to Friday, really, really active. Now that I'm working more and more remote coaching, things like that, I still teach classes and see clients a couple days a week, but about 2 or 3 days a week, excuse me, I'm working from home. So I'm much less active. And this has only been going on for a few months that I have this new schedule, and I'm already noticing the detriment to not being as active as I usually am. So I can only imagine if you're someone who's been sitting at a desk for years and years, maybe not sleeping the way you should, kind of how that's building up, right? So as we go along this Take 5 challenge, if you've been following along, I'm giving you a little bit more insight into why I'm doing it. Hopefully I got your attention just to give you a few things to do every day that you can incorporate, take what works for you, leave what doesn't behind. But so you start to see a little bit more what my goal is for you. Again, if you've been following along, this is going to be leading up to my 6-week group coaching session that's about creating healthy habits and fostering change for real results. So versus just getting excited about a New Year's resolution and joining a new gym and jumping on a new diet and swearing this is the year that things are going to be different, and then by the time February rolls around, you forgot about it. I really want to give you the opportunity and empower you to actually make those changes. So participating in the Take 5 challenge, if you can do it live, great. If you can't, remember these videos are posted for 24 hours. I'm also posting them on YouTube. So if you look me up on YouTube, Liz Barnett, B-A-R-N-E-T, fitness and nutrition coach, all my videos are there, but I created a playlist of just these videos. So I've been posting the videos the day after, excuse me, so you can find these videos. The other reason you want to tune in addition to kind of seeing what I'm sharing, is because I'm giving a secret code word every day, so that if you did want to participate in that challenge, or that group coaching session rather, in January, which is $300 US, which is a great deal to begin with, by the way, because you get 6 weeks of coaching and all other sorts of great stuff that I'll be explaining more about next week. You get to participate for free. Someone just asked nutrition coach. So I'm a personal trainer. I'm a certified personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I have tons of fitness certifications, Pilates, yoga, etc., etc. I also am a certified health coach. I attended the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which used to be a live school, but now it's actually distance learning because it makes it much more accessible for people. I'm also currently getting my certification in precision nutrition, which is sort of the most well-researched, well-respected nutrition certification for fitness professionals. A lot of it has to do with science, but a lot of it also has to do with application in terms of how we can actually get people to create change. I'm not a dietitian. I am not a registered dietitian. I actually thought about going back to school for that, which is a lofty goal and a great goal. A lot of registered dietitians work with people who are already sick or might have specific health issues like diabetes or cancer, or if someone's overweight and they're going to get bariatric surgery, you would consult a registered dietitian. They're totally useful, but they worry more about things like calories and specific parts of nutrition, like how much protein and how much carbs and how much fat and that kind of stuff. That's important. But again, with what I do with people, any diet will probably work if you do it, right? That goes back to this habits thing. I follow a mostly paleo diet. This is kind of off topic, but since you asked, I follow a mostly paleo diet because after years of trial and error, I found that worked for me. Paleo basically means lots of fruits and vegetables, especially seasonal, local, and organic. Some meats that I'm very concerned about them being sustainably raised, because protein gives me energy, and I find that having a fair amount of protein, which is like 3 times a day of servings, works for me, and healthy fats. And I avoid processed carbs. I avoid gluten, soy, legumes, things that don't make me feel great. That doesn't mean I never eat those things. I'm from New Jersey. I love pizza. I will always love pizza, but I don't feel great after I eat it. When I eat it, I try to eat really high quality pizza, for example. But anyway, this is what works for me. So as a nutrition coach, my goal is to help you find what works for you. So if you're someone who is interested in nutrition coaching, by all means, check out my website. I actually just posted a new page today on it. It's under the store section on my website. It's lizbarnett.com, and there's a tab that says store, and then there's a tab that says gift certificate. So if you or someone you know is looking for some nutrition coaching, either in person or distance, or you want to find out more, I know, Mel, you just missed my diatribe on pizza. If you're looking for nutrition coaching, I do that remotely. So wherever you are, we can work on Google Hangouts or over the phone, and you can find all that information there. So you can always email me as well as liz@lizbarnett.com. So a little bit of a sidetrack to the Take 5 challenge. Why I'm kind of trying to explain to you guys why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get you in the habit of doing something healthy for yourself every day, because research shows that any kind of positive habit can create better change. So say you want to lose weight, but that can be, like you said, 60 pounds, right? That's really overwhelming. Where do I start? But creating one small habit, like every day at lunch, going for a 15-minute walk, even though you might worry, oh, that's not enough exercise, or I'm not burning enough calories, that one habit, just getting out of your chair, stretching, getting in some fresh air, moving your body, doing something for yourself, research has shown that getting in the habit of one small habit that's doable actually helps you build the willpower and the focus to take on those bigger things. So that's why we're doing this Take 5 challenge, right? I want to show you that healthy doesn't have to be so hard. You can take care of yourself in as little as 5 minutes a day, and then over time you build up, the ability to do more, right? So that being said, if you're just tuning in, we're about halfway through the Take 5 challenge. So I just wanted to give you a little bit more information. Now we're going to get moving. So like I said, I've been at my desk all day. I have some more work to do. And I've been trying to give you guys options that use fitness props that you don't necessarily need to have at a gym, but you could and probably should have at home or available to you. But this week I'm really focusing on just things that everybody has access to. I used a wall yesterday. What did I use on Monday? Oh, I used a broomstick on Monday. So today I'm going to use the chair that I'm sitting in to show you a couple stretches and strengthening exercises that you can do if you've been sitting at your desk for a while. So I'm going to set my phone up across the room so you can see. All right, in the corner there. Now that chair, it's kind of like a decorative chair. You want to make sure you have a sturdy chair for these exercises, not anything that'll roll, although you can use rolling chairs for different exercises. So first thing you're going to do is just a chair squat. So a chair is a really good depth to kind of show you at least how far down you should go. Now I know I can and should go down deeper from this chair, so I can actually step away from it. But excuse me, but if you're not sure, if you're new to exercising, just practicing sitting down and standing up without using your hands, especially if you're older or overweight or have any joint issues, just being able to get out of a chair for some people without using their upper body or someone else's help, it can be great exercise, okay? So that's very simple. Those chair get-ups and get-downs. Your cubicle mate might think you're a little bit weird, but in the long run, you'll be healthier for it. This one's a little bit more complicated. It's a movement called a Bulgarian split squat, or a rear foot elevated split squat. So I'm going to take my one foot behind me. You can't see my feet, but I recommend pointing your toes rather than flexing your toes, although for some people, if you have weak ankles, you might want to flex your foot at first. You can hop that front foot forward. I'm going to bend both knees and then stand back up. So what you're trying to do here is make sure your body weight's over your front leg. And you can't really see again, but I'm going to make sure my knee is aligned over my heel, my front foot's flat. You can take your arms in front like I am for a counterbalance. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, hands can go behind your head. You're going to make sure you do both sides. So this is a great exercise for balance, hip strength, and mobility. So again, if you're having kind of joint issues, excuse me, it can help when you do one side and then the other side. You're welcome. I'm happy to help. So another single leg exercise you can do using a chair, once you're confident you can do that chair squat, and you can do that Bulgarian split squat, coming over to check out, no. So next exercise is gonna be a single leg squat or a pistol squat. So, still got a little bit of a cough, not 100% yet. You're going to take one leg out. Now, for some people, it might be hard to hold the leg up, so you can bend the knee or extend the leg out. But I'm just going to use my one leg, and I'm working my opposite leg here, so I'm a little bit not quite so ready for it. And this one's really tough, so just trying to get in and out of a chair with just one leg. You know, and again, you can pull this knee up. That might help. You can use your arms in front for a counterbalance, but that's an excellent exercise for strengthening each leg one at a time. And again, that's really helpful for glute engagement, making sure your hips work functionally and evenly. If you think about it, every time you take a step or run, there's a moment where you're just on one leg. So you should be incorporating kind of single leg work in. Last option I'm going to give you is kind of a side squat. So you can take your foot out to the side, standing sideways from the chair, sit your hips back, and then sit your hips forward. It almost feels a bit more like a deadlift because your hips are going to go back. What's happening here is I'm getting a nice stretch on that opposite inner thigh. So as much as you can, you want to keep your chest up, but your hips are going to go back that way. So those were just a few different lower body exercises you could do using a chair. If you don't have a chair, if you have a bench, something like that, or if you're outside, you could use that as well. But again, I just want to give you some opportunities to find ways to incorporate movement into your daily life. So if you missed any of these things, not to worry, you can just replay this Periscope, okay? So we did that chair squat, we did that Bulgarian split squat or a rear foot elevated split squat, which is kind of like a lunge with no movement. We did that single leg squat to stand, and then we did that side squat. So if you missed any of the details, just replay this video. It'll be live for 24 hours. I post them on my YouTube page, Liz Barnett. It's Fitness and Nutrition Coach on YouTube. They won't let me change the name of it. And you can look for the playlist for the Take 5 Challenge. I'll be tuning in tomorrow again at 4 o'clock. Check out a few more moves to keep yourself active, and hopefully see you guys then. Take care.